Hello, my name is Jana Smith. I am a Senior Account Manager, Lead and Process Trainer at Guarantee Digital. In this segment, I will be walking through the expectations and turnaround times of each of our services. To begin, let's go with expectations. Once the new order is filled out, you will have 3 business days for a Client Success Manager to review and assign out to an account manager. Within that 3 business day turnaround time, you will also receive a Basecamp invite to that client folder. Once the account has been assigned, the account manager will have 1 full business day prior to reaching out to that sales rep to set up a kickoff call. The kickoff call will not happen until the client insights form has been filled out and submitted. The account manager will need at least 1 full business day to review that intake form before scheduling that kickoff call, as they will also be sending you a pre-kickoff call action item list for the sales rep to send to the client for review. Once an RFP, if applicable, is submitted, we will have 3 business days to review and get back to you, the sales rep, with that proposal. All services, with the exception of target marketing, will continue with fulfillment unless a cancellation form has been filled out and submitted by the due date. All cancellations must be submitted by the 20th of the previous month. Moving on to the turnaround times of services. For the SEO, Business Listing Optimization, Online Reputation Monitoring, once the kickoff call has been completed, and the account manager submits the SEO details to our production team, that production team will submit to the directories within 2 business days. The sales rep will get a time-sensitive email to create logins to access that dashboard. If the sales rep does not set up the account within that time-sensitive email link, then they can reach out to the account manager and we can trigger another request. The client nor the sales rep will be able to access that dashboard without having their logins set up. Moving on to the blogs. Once the kickoff call has been completed and the blog, whether it be monthly or quarterly topics, have been approved, the account manager will submit to the content team and they will have 15 business days to complete the first blog. After the initial blog, the account manager will need the approved topics for the remaining blogs at least 6 weeks prior. Monthly blogs will be completed within the month, so we have until the last week of the month to fulfill. For quarterly blogs, they will be completed within the quarter, so we will have until the end of the quarter to fulfill those blogs. Moving on to the video. Once a kickoff call has been completed and the video script has been approved, the production team has 5 business days to complete the video. The client is allowed 1 round of edits, and that includes tweaks to the content or images only. For social media, once the kickoff call has been completed and the social details and ideas have been gathered, the account manager will submit to the social team lead, and she will have 5 to 7 business days to assign to a content marketing coordinator, which we refer to them as CMCs. The CMC will then have an additional 5 to 7 business days to set up and research prior to that first post being published. We consider this a setup month, so all posts may not go out depending on when that kickoff call and admin access has been gained. If the client wishes to have pre-approval posts, that is an additional $75 wholesale fee per month. The CMC will need any social input by the first full week of the previous month, so that allows them time to complete that calendar and send out the content and links for approval. If there is no pre-approval, the client feedback for the social needs to be provided to the CMC no later than the 20th of each month to allow them time to complete the social posts and get them scheduled out for that next month. Moving on to the web design. Once a kickoff call has been completed and website details have been gathered, the account manager will submit to the web team director, and she will have 2 business days for a Lead Machine Wix Ascend site and 3 business days for a WordPress site to schedule the web project manager. We call them WPM. If the client has a Lead Machine Wix Ascend site, all assets, including content and images, are required prior to the account manager submitting to the assigned WPM. Once that WPM has been assigned and has the details, she or he will have 10 business days to create the website. The client has 2 rounds of changes in this phase, and it's highly recommended that the account manager jumps on a call with the client and the sales rep to go through all of those changes page by page so we can make sure that all the updates needed and are requested are put together and submitted to the WPM all at one time. If the client has a custom WordPress site, the homepage and 1 interior page assets are required to start phase 1, which is considered the design phase of the site. Once the WPM has been assigned and assets are submitted from the account manager, the developer will have 10 to 15 business days to create that design. The client has 1 to 2 rounds of changes in this phase, and it is critical that the client understands that once that design phase has been approved, that any changes to the design or any components may incur an additional fee should they make those changes after approval has been submitted. Once the design phase is approved, all interior page assets are required before we can move forward with phase 2. Once all assets are acquired, the developer will have an additional 10 to 15 business days to complete the interior pages. And again, the client has 1 to 2 rounds of changes within this phase. Moving on to the new from scratch content for the web. This is an additional fee and can be found in the a la carte portion of the rate card. The turnaround times will depend on the size of the request, and the client must fill out a questionnaire, so our content team has the information to work with when writing the content. Fulfillment won't start until the questionnaire and any further questions from the content team have been answered and completed. Moving on to the chatbot. Once assets are submitted, the turnaround time is 5 to 7 business days. If chatbot will be implemented on the client website, we will embed that on all the sites that we host. If it is a website that we have not created or we are not hosting, then the account manager will send the client the code for their webmaster to embed onto their site. Moving on to the target marketing. Target marketing manager, we refer to them as TMMs, will reach out to the sales rep and our client to go over all the specifics and from the order form, as well as acquiring all the assets that are required prior to working on the ad campaign or any of our target marketing services. Turnaround time, providing all assets have been acquired, is 3 business days. The reporting component is an additional $20 per month wholesale for full dashboard access 24/7. And the target marketing renewal must be submitted using the new order form, as once that service ends, our team will not continue services unless a renewal order is submitted. And that concludes our process training segment 3, expectations and turnaround times. Thank you.